Amma, we've been on this for a minute. Someone sent me a message. Can you call him and ask if he would want to come to my live? All right. Hi, guys. I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. I'm really struggling with this 1 hour business. It's really stressful. Every hour I have to restart the live. So somebody's chatting to me. I'm live now. Let me hear ASAP. Okay, so that's fine. All right. Just so that I may know what exactly is going on. So I'm sending messages, and maybe I might be lucky. We might be lucky. We might have the lecturer come here. This life, eh? Now, wow. So I'm waiting for the guy to respond to me on that, in that regard. So let me see what is going to happen. Also, I was hoping I could see a video on where the girls' clothes were allegedly shredded. Now, okay, everybody's back. The network has been acting up. If you went to that school, if you've had any such encounter, would like to hear from you. Okay, yeah. So go ahead. We've got a lady here with us. Can we see your face? And please go ahead.
Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Hi, Shield Baby. Go ahead.
Okay, so with respect to what's happened, I seriously don't understand why the student did that, regardless of him being um a lecturer. I was taught to respect my elderly people, and the case that she's making, you could see that she's just making it up. I, I've watched the video so many times and I can't comprehend why she did that. I am too shameful to say that the parents have really disappointed the girl, because the lady lack home training. That is all that I can say. Is she totally lacks home training. I can't believe I would see my any of my child behaving like this. The moment you do that, then you are on your own, because this is totally wrong. Totally, she can't cool compound. I think that is wrong. Okay, so that I think that freeze. That's all that I want to contribute. So I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you clearly. The network is just very bad. I'll just end very soon.
Okay.
Okay, we have Ella the Duchess here. All right, guys, please stick to the topic. My network is so bad.
Hi, Daddy Freeze.
Hi, let's see your face, guys. I don't like people coming to my live and not showing their faces.
Okay, 1 second.
All right, my lovely sister in blue, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to ask a question, right?
Yes.
The lecturer, did he shove her? Because I'm trying to understand. Because if he said, "Excuse me," did he have to touch her?
Uh, no, but in Nigeria, touching somebody to get them to get out of the way is not a crime, unlike in the Western world.
Because I was just reading a comment where she said he also grabbed her phone, and it
He
felt
had the right to grab a phone. I'll grab your phone if
Did you say
I
her
was on
bum
your
or her phone? I
live
heard
without my
bum.
permission. I will probably grab your phone too.
is crazy. Because honestly, the way Nigerian youths now are being disrespectful to elders is crazy. I don't think what she did was right. There's several ways to have handled that situation. You know, there's several ways to have handled that situation. Because putting your hand on a man, first of all, now if he would have hit her back, he would have been in his rights to do that to defend himself.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
That person where they up. Can you please leave?
Who, me?
No, somebody they up
Now me
inside
they
bathroom.
up now. Who be?
What,
Oh,
what's your name, my sister? Okay, person don't go. Fine. Ella, let me hear you.
well, honestly, I feel like, the issue between both of them, like they should really try and resolve it as adults,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because first of all, the woman does not respect that man,
I don't know why that issue
and
escalated that much. Like, I
yeah,
don't know why it
it should have never escalated to that extent. If unless she's actually looking for trouble, then that should I don't know. That's another topic for another day. Yeah.
like,
Okay. Did you go to school at all in Nigeria? My
Yes, I
dearest
did.
Ella.
Yeah, I did. I
Where
went to
did you
school
go
in
to
Lagos.
school in Nigeria?
In Lagos.
What school was that?
I went to Pavlik International School. Before that, I went to some schools, but I don't remember them.
How old were you when you left Nigeria?
I was 12.
And you don't remember the schools you went to?
I don't. Yeah, I didn't know the name of the schools now. I only know the name of that one. That one I just went. And
Okay.
I went to boarding school too. Deeper Life boarding school.
You went to
Boarding school. Deeper Life boarding school.
Deeper Life Boarding School. How was that?
It was actually nice. It was nice. It was really nice.
You liked it?
Yeah, I did.
They were not strict.
No, not to me. It was just they were strict, but it's just normal school policy, though.
Okay. And
Yeah.
according to you, you enjoyed it.
Yes.
That's nice.
I,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter for me. The school you went. Respect is respect. I went to school here. I still respected my lecturers. It doesn't matter. I was raised by African parents. You know what it would feel like to my parent. My mom or dad would not care who was wrong or right. You do not disrespect your elders, no matter what they say. If it's something that you cannot handle, let us know, and then we'll handle it. But you never go outside and disrespect your elder, because at that point, everything is gone. Like, I can't defend you outside if
But
you're
wait,
disrespectful.
who put that woman in the position, that girl in the position to disrespect her elders? At least
I,
Something must have happened.
first of all, I don't think her parents should be blamed because if you're in the university, you're an adult, so you should know what's wrong and right. So
No,
that
but you're right though. You're right. Everyone should respect their elders. But as an elder, when you are being disrespected by someone younger than you, should look around you and be like, wait, something is wrong. You know, what's going on? Because no young person from Nigeria would just
Can I say
disrespect an
something?
elder. I don't think.
Uh, hello.
All right, we've got somebody here. Go ahead, please.
Um, actually, what I wanted to say is that you see, most times when kids act that way, to me, I believe it comes from the parents most of the times. See, whether you're being raised by a single mother or you're being raised by a single father, it does not mean you should disrespect anybody.
Mm.
So many times they will call me from my children's
Yeah, who
school.
put that in
Well,
position?
no, not both of them, just one of them. It's not as if uh is abusive, or maybe it's not as if maybe he's disobedient. The only thing about him is that he's playful. And you see, some of these teachers, they take some things very, very serious. Like something happened of not too long ago, was it not last year? And what happened was that my son, they were in class, right? They were in class. He was he was talking to the person behind him, so he faced back, talking to that person, and the teacher walked in. When the teacher walked in, the person he was talking to knew the teacher was coming in, right? But he didn't say anything. But he was still behind. He was still like looking back, talking to that person. You know what they did? One, they send him out of the class. And that very day they were writing tests. He did not write the test with them. They sent him out. And he went for detention. After that, the teacher in question called me in person and tell me, "Oh, is that so person?" I said, "Yes." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Oh, I would like to report Sam to you. This is what happened today in school."
Mm-hmm.
He said whatever he wants to say, and I tell her, "I'm very, very sorry about that. Between me and you, what Sam did was not something that is serious, because because he was looking back, he didn't know the teacher walked in. But that is their rules. You have to be well seated when your teacher comes in. But
Mm-hmm.
even with that, him knowing that they called me alone, is a big deal.
Mm.
By the time he got home, once he say good afternoon, I didn't say anything. He knows there is fire on the mountain.
Mm.
Believe me. Sometimes I pick him from school. He sits right behind me. Mommy, good afternoon. I won't say anything. Then the next thing, he will start testing me right from my back. Mommy, I can explain. This is what happened. Even one of my teachers said what I did was not wrong. It's just that the teacher in question got angry about it. But even with that, I've told you, they must not call me from your school. So sometimes, you see, we parents, I remember even when my children were young back in Nigeria, they attended one of their school. A teacher slapped my son, and the 5 hands was right on my son's face
In abroad or in Nigeria?
in
Uh-huh.
Nigeria. By the time I would get there, before I even get there, some of the parents called me and told me, "Oh, I shouldn't take it lightly with the teacher. Oh, that's not nice. That is this. Why would they slap my children?" No, you must take action. But I put one or two together. By the time I get to school, thought maybe I would flare up, but I didn't do that. I
So
went
and they
straight
now
to the
started parading
teacher
themselves in
and
front
said,
of the
"What
class.
happened?" You said what?
They
I
now
went
started
straight.
parading
I
themselves.
told the teacher. I said, "What happened?" And she could not say anything. She was just crying. And I said, "You know what? Next time, if there's anything bothering you, those instead of you coming to school and put the hanger on the kids, stay at home." But believe me, between me and you, I did nothing to the teacher. Even though the school still want to take action on it, I told them I'm not doing any case with anybody.
Mm.
I remember back in Texas, when we were in Texas, it's just being playful, nothing. There's nothing wrong with him. The teacher will call me today and tell me, oh, Sam, oh, maybe he threw pencil at somebody, he did that. I'll be like, okay. I'll tell them, give the phone to him. I always tell this, I said, if you want to call me in his presence. Let him know you're calling me. And once they call me, I'll say it to him in Yoruba. I say, whoa, to Badele, my friend no Esheleshi. That's between me and him. At a point, the principal of that school wrote a letter to me and tell me, you see,
The
I don't know
lecturer,
what
sorry, the
discipline you're giving
lecturer
your son at
sister
home.
is here. What is the lecturer sister's name? I just read the comment. What is the lecturer sister's name? What is the lecturer sister's name?
So you see some of these actions, more
What is her name? What is her handle so I can bring her up?
parents has a lot to do about it. And people bringing
What is her
America
handle?
or from London, this thing to what is happening in Nigeria is totally wrong. Back in Nigeria too, they tell them, oh, we don't beat here. When they call me in school about my kids, you see one teacher on my right side, another teacher on my left side, on my left side, on my left side. I don't want
She's
to know
just
whether
bored.
they
She's
are.
just bored.
I don't want to know whether they are wrong or right.
She's just
They know
bored.
the next thing
Promise
I'm going to
Boredom.
Piley.
do.
Boredom
Guys,
can
we
cause.
have a member of the family here. So let me see if I can invite the person. Promise Pilot, they said, right?
You know, sometimes when you are
Guys,
bored, you don't know what you just be doing. You just be doing stuff.
And again, you see this phone of a thing, to me, is getting too rampant. It's
all
getting
right.
too rampant.
The lecturer sister is here. What is her handle? What is her handle? Ugochukwu, okay. Send me a request, please. Beg her. Okay, I think I've seen her. The surname is Okoye. So, my dear sisters, please, can you leave so that I can have her here? I'll bring you
Okay.
guys back.
Bye, Daddy.
Okay.
Prince.
All right.
Bye.
Hi. Good evening.
Wait for them to leave so that you can have the floor to yourself.
Okay.
Hello, my darling sister. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Daddy Freeze.
How are you? You look so
I'm
pretty.
fine, thank you. Oh, thank you.
All right. So, what exactly happened?
Okay, so this incident happened yesterday, actually.
Okay.
My brother called me. He called me as soon as it happened because we are very close. So he called me immediately it happened, and he said that he had just finished from class, lecturing a class, and was walking back to his office. Where the girl was standing, the building or where she was standing was, the building where his office is located. So he was, walking past and everything. So he said initially he didn't notice her. He didn't even know she was doing a video. So it was while he was trying to walk past and everything that he noticed she was, coming back towards him. So he kind of brought out his hand to hold her or more like to stop her from hitting him. And he just said, excuse me, and walked past. So he said he had gone a few steps and heard the girl he said what drew his attention was the girl saying, who does he even think he is, even if he's a lecturer, and so what?
That was what the girl said. So that was what made him stop. So he said the reason he stopped was he wanted to know if this girl is actually his student, because like I said, she was standing very close to his office. That building is where his office was. That's like the theater arts, that's where his office was. So he said he wanted to know if the girl is actually his student, but getting close to her, he noticed that he didn't recognize her and everything. And that was when he now noticed the phone and noticed that she was making a video. So he now asked her, and he just told her to delete the video, that he doesn't want his face in the video. And the girl, started ranting and everything. So, from then on, it just escalated. He said he didn't even understand what was happening. Before he knew it, like the girl was all over him, beating, scratching him, beat him on the arm and drew blood, beat him on the arm, drew blood, beat him on his hand, scratching him, held the shirt, tore his clothes, and was, shouting. He was in a state of shock, actually. And then people gathered, they were, what's going on, everything, and that was the whole thing. So immediately it happened, in fact, as a matter of fact, I didn't even know it was this serious. Because the way he gisted me, like, it was just like he called me to gist me. Can you imagine what happened today? Or a student, attacked me. I just, we just gisted about it last night and we laughed. Only for me to come online today and saw the video. And immediately I called him, I was like, wait, was this actually what happened? Like, when you were gisting me this thing, like, you didn't even gist me to tell me how serious this thing is. Like, you just told me like it was like we were gisting and everything. And knowing who he is, he's a very calm person.
Is there any
The
way
way what you
we can bring him to this live so he can share
I
his
don't,
part of the
he's
story?
not even on Instagram, to the best of my knowledge. So he's not even on Instagram. He's just the way what you saw in the video is my brother. He's the calmest, most humble person you ever meet. He's this kind of person that even when he would just be like, the Holy Spirit minister to me, let's just let it go. Let's just let it go. That kind of thing. That's who he is. So it's very painful to come online and see all the comments, like most people trying to defend the girl, most people saying that who knows if he had even checked her or if he has something to do with her. I mean, his wife is a magistrate, for God's sake. Yes, his first daughter is actually in that same university. His first daughter is a student of that same university. She although she's in sciences, she's not an art student. His wife is a magistrate, for crying out loud. It's so humiliating. I've spoken to him like more than 10 times today, and I it's not funny at all, honestly. It's just been crazy. So I just wanted to come here and clear the air. I wish he could come to speak for himself, but knowing who he is, he
I'm
wouldn't.
talking to someone who seems to know him,
Yes,
so we're trying to see if we can get him to come, because it's always best. And we always try as much as possible to hear from both sides. I also like to
yes.
hear from the young lady as well. But already for me, the beginning part, I saw her body language, that was off for me. I also saw the way she spoke, and the fact that she recorded a video. She said it with her own mouth that it was around the corridor where they have lectures. That's not where you should be recording content without permission.
Exactly.
And you can't show people's faces in your content without taking permission from them. Express permission that, oh, you are going to be in a content, blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
You
So
know,
it's just so painful, honestly. Like he didn't deserve this humiliation. He didn't deserve it. He didn't
uh,
deserve it at all. Like, he's so broken about the whole thing and everything. So I don't know.
I
I don't
really
know,
would
but
love to hear his side of the story, because that would go a long way in clearing the air, and that would also go a long way in establishing exactly what may have led to the incident. I'm also a bit disappointed in the fact that students do not know their place anymore. When we were in school, this would never have happened, unless, even if the lecturer was toasting the students, he would not have gotten to this level.
that's true.
He
I
would
mean, I
not
went
have
to,
gotten.
I've lived all my life in Nigeria. I went to school here in Nigeria. And I mean, during my own time, it was never like this. Like you could see a lecturer coming and you just turn back like and take the other route. Like because I mean, what right do you even have to walk on the same path as your lecturer? Like we accorded them that respect. Do you understand? So I mean it's crazy. While a young girl has that she's almost the same age with his daughter. Do you understand? And you humiliate him like that, you fight him. I feel like she had the morale to do what she did because he didn't fight back. Because if the minute she raised her hands at him or tried to bite him and then he also raised it, I'm sure she wouldn't have had the morale to fight him back. But because he kept his cool and everything, and then he was like, okay, maybe this one, I can fight him, I can do as I like, and then she went off the hook. It's crazy, honestly, and it's just so sad. It really is so sad. I am really, really not happy about it because he doesn't deserve this. Like I said, he doesn't deserve this at all. He doesn't
Mm.
deserve it.
How old is your brother, if I may ask you?
My brother is in his 40s.
Oh, wow. And how old is his own daughter?
His daughter, she just turned, what's it called? His daughter just turned 18.
Hmm. So you can imagine the embarrassment for the poor child watching her father go through that. You
Exactly.
know, it's a bit painful.
Exactly.
We need to address this. I wish I could get him on my live. I was chatting to the person who said they could be able to bring him.
And then she came up with all the lies. He grabbed her breast. He did this. He did. Oh
Don't say
God of
that
mercy.
B word. Just say
Oh,
grab that Bobby. We know
I'm sorry.
Instagram. They always put us
Yeah.
inside problem. We don't.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
It's
So
okay.
and all that, and that's like the part that really pained him the most because the last I spoke to him, he was just like, that's the part that really pained him the most. That if every other thing, like he could deal with every other thing, but for her to come and say such thing about him, I mean, really, really got to him. That part alone broke him. Like it really broke him. And all he kept saying was that the truth will prevail. The truth will prevail. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
Hmm. 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 And I'm asking the gentleman, any luck? He apparently he's not on Instagram, so I was trying to see if someone could open a Facebook, an Instagram account for him, so we can bring him live, so he can talk about his experience. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I do believe that you don't feel too good about this. And I know that as a sister, a loving sister of a brother, you wouldn't want the name of any member of your family to be uh, dealt with the way
Yeah.
he was dealt with. I want to ask you, what do you think should be done to the girl?
I think she should face the law because, this is a case of assault, defamation of character. So, and eh, she shouldn't just be let to go scot-free. She shouldn't
Mm.
just it is not something that, from what I heard, I heard the parents of the girl are apologizing and making excuses. That's not
Now,
enough
let me
because
ask you, I heard the mother of the girl uh, was a lecturer or is a lecturer in that same uni. Is that true, or that is just
it's true. It's true. The mother of the girl is a lecturer in
in what
UNIZIK.
department?
That I'm not certain about, but I'm sure it's not in the same department.
Mm,
I'm sure it's not in the
mm,
same department,
mm,
but I know she's a lecturer. She's a
mm,
lecturer there. Yeah.
mm. Okay,
So
I would like to hear from your brother if possible, but I appreciate the fact that you have come to speak on his behalf, and that is a noble thing. Uh, I believe that men, in as much as we live in a woman's world and we want to defend our women and want to protect them and stand up for them, there also has to be a point where someone is standing up for the men,
that's right.
especially
That,
when things are looking the way they're looking. It's sad that. So the girl has a father. That bothered me a lot.
Yeah, she does. She does. She does. I think the father was even invited by the school security or something. He came there, was trying to apologize and everything. But then,
Sometimes when fathers too are too soft, because when I did uni, if they invite my papa come, that means say your own don't finish. Me as boy, where I stubborn, I understand. But my sister, as I stubborn reach, I don't slap lecturer, I don't push lecturer. Ha. Unless you, but let me tell you, if you are in science and you go and fight a lecturer in education, you know go graduate. Because
yeah,
lecturers get where they sit down for evening, drink pepper soup.
not
They go
so
just
now.
mess your life. So this girl was even in 100 level.
I'm honestly, it's even the shocking part. Like, you're still a baby. Like, you're still a baby in school. Like, you've not even, you've not.
Jam form
God.
don't close. I want help and buy jam form. That's my contribution to her. Let me buy jam form for her.
Hmm.
Let me
It,
buy jam form for her. As I, and people know say I stubborn and my mouth sharp. One day, make I tell you one story. Now one woman lecturer, she just drive past me. She not nearly jam me with motor. So I just the waka, I just use the B word. Or the next thing I just hear slap for my back. The woman came and said, "What did you say?" I just said a lecturer. I begin panic. I said I didn't say anything. No. She gave me like 4 slaps. About gentle. I still carry my mago beg am new. Because I don't know say she here. Apparently she must have
yeah.
read my lips.
Mm-hmm.
Because she nearly jammed me. What I just answered, once they waka they go. I say, I just used the B word. They tear me 4 slap. And I just gentle. Because if you say I rack am back, I for not day here today. Because I for not finish school. So parents also need to step up. Raising, you see, when you have children at home and they get away with everything, is a problem.
Exactly.
It's a problem. You can't just get away. We can't get away with everything. I tell parents this all the time. Stop making the world soft for your children, because the world is not soft. If you buy now, your children will realize in a hard day this world. You can't make life soft for your children unless you are maybe Femi or Tedola. Then you'll be cushioning their children, their life for the rest of their life. That means they're not going to work for anybody. They go work for you because they'll be protected. But the
Mm-hmm.
moment say they want go work for another person, they go see life. Now, me personally, if you ask my opinion, I'll say that girl's upbringing
Yes.
is
It,
questionable.
it
Question mark,
is.
question mark, question mark. How do you raise a girl child to be like this? It's a
Exactly.
problem for me.
Exactly.
For me, it is a problem.
Exactly.
Ah.
Mm.
So, my darling sister, how old are you? A lecturer too?
Oh no. No, no, I'm not a lecturer though. I'm a businesswoman.
Uh, how, how come you didn't enter education? You're like me, all my family members are in education. Only me, they social media, they talk. Are you the
Ah,
last born?
everybody get their own path.
Are you the last born?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, because you seem very young. That's why.
Well, I am young. I am young. I have 2 younger ones as well. So
Are you in your 20s or 30s? Which one's your idea of young?
no, I'm in my 30s, not in my
Oh, you
20s.
look like you're in your 20s. Igbo girls, Sha, they sabi look young.
Uh,
All
oh
right, my
well.
darling sister, thank you so much. I do appreciate this. I've been trying to buy some time, hoping we'll be able to get your brother here, but um, unfortunately, he is not joining us live for one reason or the other. So do take care and God bless. You can still stay. Some guy called McGregor wants to come and share his thoughts, and I
Okay.
think I'll just call it a day. Unless I can get your brother here. That's what's important to me.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I'm looking forward to having your brother tomorrow.
Okay.
Damin, I'm looking forward to that.
That's fine. No
Let
problem.
me,
I'll also speak with him. I'll also speak with him and encourage him to come
please,
online.
please do,
No problem.
please, so that we can hear his side of the story. And if that girl is truly remorseful, maybe they should just suspend her for 1 year. But outside that pure remorse,
Good afternoon,
that
Daddy
girl should
Freeze.
leave that school. Oh. All right, my brother, how are you doing? Go ahead. What are your thoughts, real quick, because I'm rounding up.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sister, for coming to share what you know of the incident. Many
Yeah.
people have said many things about the primary event, that's the assault, the physical assault by the girl. But there's something else. There's a secondary issue that tags onto this. That's a bigger issue. Okay. One of the ladies who came around said, what gave the girl the confidence to say this or do this or even approach or confront the lecturer? She wouldn't have had that confidence if there was not there was nothing lurking behind the scenes. That suggests that she's a victim of something. That's what the girl is trying to suggest. And that's a problem. The secondary issue I'm picking out here is the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about: false accusations. Now, we're using this lecturer issue as a linchpin, but it could manifest in several other contexts. This is an academic institution. It could have been a party, it could have been a church, it could have been an outside event, it could have been a sporting event. Okay? It could be anywhere else. The point is, people go out of their way to lie and raise false accusations and pin them against people. Okay, so I'm not choosing to divert from the issue here. I'm using this same issue as the linchpin, but to address the secondary issue. False accusation is a big thing today, home and abroad, wherever we are. Until people who are found to have laid false accusations are brought to book and penalized or prosecuted, these things will continue and it's rampant. What's a
In
young
this
girl doing?
particular story, I'd like you to point to what you consider to be a false accusation.
Well, what was already clearly stated that the girl said he was touching parts of her body.
Uh,
It's as clear as a shallow stream. When somebody feels, oh, we are the um, less privileged class. Oh, what's the word? There's a word for it. We are the vulnerable class, vulnerable party, so to say. That's the female kind, right? There's every tendency that these people will go out of their way to, if not disciplined, to just throw anything at the wall and watch out for what sticks. Hope something sticks. False accusation is something we need to bring to books from the highest to the lowest level. Let the younger ladies of our generation begin to understand there is a bigger penalty for having been found out to lay a false accusation
And
than the ones that actually commit them. Because hey, people people just do things innocently all the time. But once you are found, if you don't have a recording to your defense, anything can stick on you from that point. So that's what I wanted to come share.
you can imagine if there was no video evidence, and it was just word of mouth. Do you understand? There's nothing he would have said that would have made people believe him. Because I mean, like, everybody knows that majority of the time is always the narrative that the man is the one harassing the woman. Do you understand? So
Correct.
if there was no video evidence, automatically everybody would believe what the girl said. And just
Because she
exactly,
seems like the one who's vulnerable in this
ex-
case. But she
exactly.
is the female. Let's be more specific. So looking at that, I think the best people to fight this cause would be females, fellow females. Because if a man is speaking about it, oh well, you're all perpetrators, you all would be perpetrators now and in the future. But hey, we are human beings at the end of the day. Everybody wants peace of mind. Females are the ones that are supposed to stand up against this kind of behavior. I like what that woman said, the woman who said she grew up in a university environment. She said categorically, even if the man was not calm. Can you imagine that? So that means we're actually creating a preconceived caveat to say, oh, he's gentle, he's a gentleman. Kudos to your brother, he's a gentleman. But that shouldn't be the only criteria that sets him free. That shouldn't be the only
Exactly.
reason. That shouldn't be the only reason he should have a fair hearing. What if he wasn't a gentle person? What if he was a stand-up person, or he stands up for himself? He speaks for himself like Daddy Freeze. What if he was that kind of a personality? Would that make him an automatic assailant? Come on, we need to do better as a society. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you very much,
Mm.
You're very
Daddy
correct.
Freeze.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much, my darling sister. I'm going to follow you, and we can keep the conversation going. Should the lady also want to share her conversation, I would like you to also have the privilege to counter. Um, there's always a back and forth, so
Yes.
that one person or one party is not, how do I put it, is not misrepresented. So I'm going to follow you right now, and we're going to keep the conversation going. Or go. So you can always send me a DM. Melum, what's the melum there?
Agachukumelum. So it just basically means the favor God did to
Oh,
me.
that's like your real name.
Yes, that's my real name. Yes.
Oh, okay. On Instagram, everybody has different names.
Yeah. Like you.
Yeah. Yes, like me. So I followed you. Let me say hi to you. So we'll keep it moving from there. Thank you so much, and do stay blessed. Hi. So I've sent you a hi so you can um, respond and take care. And we're waiting to hear from your brother. God
No
bless you.
problem.
Good
You
night, everyone. See you later on tonight. Take care. God bless.